Good afternoon, Jets Nation. Welcome to the Jew Jet Show, and we have a ton of stuff to talk about today. So without further ado, let's get it started. So let's talk about some in-house things first. So we re-signed backup tackle Connor McDermott to another one-year deal today. This is the second year in a row, I want to say 30 in a row, McDermott has signed a one-year contract with the New York Jets. And I mean, he's a solid backup tackle. I mean, we definitely could have probably got a better guy than him, but I mean, still, he's solid, and he's also the best tight end in the NFL, so not a bad re-sign. And then apparently Joe Flacco and the Jets are in contract talks, and Robert Saleh wants to run it back with the, quarterback trio we had last year with Zach Wilson, Mike White, and Joe Flacco. So expect White and Flacco to get re-signed. And Joe Douglas is now more willing than ever to make a trade because he is feeling more pressure to win. And I mean, we know he just wants to win in general because he said in his, end of the year press conference, 6 wins the last 2 seasons is not enough. We need to do better. And getting a superstar player is one of the best ways to do that. And we also have a lot of assets to make a trade. So, definitely expect the New York Jets to make a blockbuster trade this year, like the Denver Broncos did with Russell Wilson yesterday. That's right, Russell Wilson is now a Denver Bronco, and they sent Seattle a lot in return for Russell Wilson. And it does have some impacts on the New York Jets because after Russell Wilson got traded, there were a lot of rumors that DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett are going to be on the move. And then the Seattle Seahawks released Bobby Wagner. So how does all this stuff impact the New York Jets? Well, first off, we just said that Joe Douglas is more willing than ever to make a trade. 2 really good receivers are now reportedly on the market, so they could potentially be New York Jets. I would be down, especially for DK Metcalf, because he is just such a good player. He can outrun defenses and make contested catches. The 2 things you want in an outside receiver. And I would be down to giving Seattle the 10th overall pick back for DK Metcalf. And for some people who say that's too high, you could definitely argue that, because if you're going to be taking a receiver at 10, you're already getting a wide receiver number one that is already proven in the NFL in DK Metcalf. So it's just a safe move to make. And if you want a superstar receiver, DK Metcalf is going to be exactly that. And then Bobby Wagner was released. He is one of the best linebackers in NFL history, and I would 100% sign him. I know he's in his 30s, but he has shown no signs of slowing down, and he's going to be playing in the NFL for probably another 5 more years. So you could get 3 good years out of Bobby Wagner, and I would be 100% down for that. And then how does Russell Wilson impact the New York Jets? Well, first off, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, and now he's in the AFC. And then second, the Broncos gave Seattle their first-round pick, which is one ahead of the Jets' 10th overall pick. And Seattle's most likely going to be taking a quarterback with that pick, but if they feel comfortable with Drew Lock, which they most likely don't, or if they want to acquire one this offseason via the trade or free agent market, or if they want to select one in the 2nd round, they might go a different route with the 9th overall pick. They need some secondary help, and if Kyle Hamilton or Sauce Gardner falls all the way to 9, they could go to Seattle. I don't really know about Kyle Hamilton because they do have Jamal Adams, but you never know. Seattle also needs some offensive line help, so we could see them go after maybe a tackle that slips to 9, or Kenyon Green or Tyler Linderbaum. But that is how the Russell Wilson trade impacts the New York Jets. And then let's talk about things other teams in the NFL were doing the past couple of days. So let's talk about all the people who got franchise tagged, because that does have some impacts on the Jets. So Jesse Bates, Dalton Schultz, Mike Gesicki, David Njoku, Cam Robinson, Devontae Adams, Chris Godwin, and Orlando Brown all were franchise tagged yesterday. So first off, the top 3 tight end free agents in this year's class were franchise tagged, which is a huge bummer because the Jets desperately need a tight end, and it sucks we're not going to be able to sign some of the best in this year's free agency class. But Rob Gronkowski, Zach Ertz, CJ Uzomah, and Max Williams all are expected to hit the open market. Not as good as we could have potentially got at tight end, but still some pretty good names out there. Jesse Bates was my number 1 free agent this offseason. Sadly, he was franchise tagged, but Marcus Williams, Tyrann Mathieu, Quandre Diggs are all expected to hit the open market, and Cam Robinson getting franchise tagged is definitely interesting because Is Jacksonville going to go edge rusher with the #1 overall pick now because they franchise tag Cam Robinson? I still think they're going to go tackle at 1, but it's definitely an argument to make, and if they take edge with the first overall pick, Kayvon Thibodeaux might not fall to the Jets now. And then Mike Williams was also signed to a long-term deal, and Calvin Ridley was suspended for the entirety of the 2022 NFL season. So those are some wide receivers off the market for the Jets, but Amari Cooper is likely to get moved on from for the Cowboys this season, and Allen Robinson is expected to hit the open market along with J.C. Jackson. So those are some players that the New York Jets could sign. And then one player we can't sign is Harold Landry. He signed a 5-year deal with the Tennessee Titans last night, and he got signed for $17.5 million a year, which is quite a bit, and that definitely improves the market for Hassan Reddick, a guy we thought we could potentially get for $15 million a year, but his sack numbers have been a lot better than Harold Landry's the past few years, and who knows, he could get a contract somewhere close to $18 million, and I would much rather draft an edge rusher than sign Hassan Reddick for a price like that. But anyway, that is all the news that has happened the past couple of days and how it impacts the New York Jets. If you found this video entertaining, make sure to hit the subscribe and like button. Check me out on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Jude_Jets for more content. You can also check me out on Let's Talk Sports, writing some Jets articles for them, appearing on some Jets podcasts, so make sure you guys check them out. Their Facebook page is linked down below, and also comment down below what your thoughts on all this news in the past couple of days has been. And I'm your host, Jet, signing off for now. See you guys later. Peace.